Hey gang, Bison here. It's been a couple weeks since my last review, but today I'd like to talk about the Leatherman trauma shears. This is the oversized box that it does come in. The contents of the box has your shears, your sheath, little instruction manual. Okay, just looking at the manual briefly. It reviews two items, which is the Leatherman T-Rex, Z-Rex, and the Leatherman Raptor. It's got many items on this that are very useful to first responders, EMTs, EMS, paramedics, etc. On this end we have a Carbide window punch, Lanyard Ring, seatbelt strap cutter. You have an O2 wrench. In here is a ring cutter, 5cm ruler, and your scissors. Those are the instructions. Let's take a look at the scissors themselves. Now, on inspection right out of the box, the scissors are ridiculously sharp, and they have a nice serration here, kind of like the serration you would see on a Leatherman file. There is a 5cm ruler here, and I was thinking about the use for that in the field as an EMT or a paramedic or whatever. The only thing I can think of is if you guys need to do a report or send a message to the hospital en route with a patient, you can measure a wound, a stabbing, gunshot, etc., and put that measurement in your report so they have some information prior to arrival. So that's my thought on the ruler. If you guys have any other good explanation for a use of the ruler, let me know. It'd be cool to know. I am not a first responder. My medical training is basic CPR, basic first aid. I should get more training at some point, being a prepper. My videos are mainly reviews, but I am a prepper, and I'm really going to start a prepper series. But back to the scissors. On the outside here, we have our Carbide cutting punch. My buddy did mention it's very important to wear gloves to protect your hand if you're going to punch through glass. We have a Lanyard Ring. If you open it up here, over here and over here, you can see your ring cutter. Over here is your O2 wrench for an oxygen tank, and your straps, seatbelt cutter, belt cutter, rope cutter, etc. And the cool thing about this is it could be opened up, it locks in with a liner lock, and you can cut with your shears and keep it deployed at the same time to cut something else. You can also use this for cutting pants, jackets, straps. It does come razor sharp. One of the things my buddy who is a first responder mentioned is that it's easier to use the the O2 wrench in the open position with the scissors folded than using it in the folded position. So the way these scissors fold, very cool. You have a button here and a button here. Press it down, that side folds up. Press it down and this side folds up. Has a nice pocket clip on this side. It's very strong, very sturdy in the hand. It does have security Torx screws on the jaw and regular Torx at the base of the scissor. Opening up is very simple. Just twist it and it locks into place. And you twist it and it locks into place. Very nice, very comfortable, great for those of us with larger hands. Moving along to the sheath. The sheath is pretty cool. I really like it a lot. It is reversible depending on which side you want to carry it on. As you can see, it is grooved here. So what that is if you flip it over and you loosen the screw with any Phillips head screwdriver, I'm using my OHT. Now what you can do is twist it and lock it into any position that's comfortable to wear on your belt, vertical, horizontal, angled, etc. And you can do the same thing by flipping it to the other side if you want to, if you're right-handed or left-handed, depending on what side you want to carry it on. And we just lock this back in. The scissors do ride in here very nicely. They slide right in and they lock in. And the way they lock in, and they're in there very tight. They're locked in at this point in here, and this is what holds it in. This screw here is what holds it in. Now what I do find a little awkward is they're tough to pull out at an angle. Like if you need to push down this back portion with both fingers, and it's hard to pull out at an angle, but if you pull it straight out, it's easier to pull out. So you need to pull it straight out to get it out. The other cool feature is you can carry these inside fully opened, or you can close your scissors and she'll ride in the sheath this way with the belt clip on the outside. Now it's not locked in, it just fits in there snugly, so I would be cautious of that if you're carrying it upside down or vertical. They can fall out a little bit easier than as if the scissors were opened and locked in with the screw back here. Continuing with the sheath, it fits nicely on a 2-inch web belt. We'll demonstrate that here. This is a belt that you can buy from 511. It fits nicely in here and it does lock in. The downside to this is because of this little piece here, it will not fit on a larger 3 to 4 inch web belt. So that's a bit of a downer, but okay. Let's pull it out here. The other cool thing is it fits perfectly in molly webbing. You have your divider here and it's long enough. So to demonstrate that, this is just my 511 attaché. It slides in very nicely, and if you push it up, it does lock in. So it fits very nicely on molly webbing, Pal's webbing, and it's locked in so good it's a little bit of an effort to get it off because you have to unlock the bottom. Okay, sorry about that. It was a bit of an effort to unweave it from the molly webbing, but at the end of the day that's good news because you know it's on there pretty solid. Moving this to the side. Back to the scissors. These weigh 5.7 ounces. They are a little bit heavy. My buddy did say they really don't fit in pants too well because they're a bit bulky, but if you're like me and you wear the 511 Tac Light Pros, on the right side you have this pocket here where the scissors do fit in very nicely, and they can be locked in with the pocket clip, or you can wear it on your outside pocket. If you wanted to, you can also open them up and carry them like so. They're in there very nicely, or you can fold them back up, and if you flip the pants around, on the left side there's a smaller pocket on the 511 Tac Light Pros, where if you open it up, stick them in, and they fit in there absolutely perfectly. So if you're a first responder and you want to use these or whatever you are, I think the 511 Tac Light Pro pants are the way to go. So let's just do a quick cut test on this. Let's see how the scissors perform. This is an old web belt from Spec Ops that I don't wear anymore. It's very thick ballistic nylon. It's as strong, if not stronger, than a seat belt. And to do a cutting test with the scissors, it's effortless. It just cuts right through it. Very, very sharp, very effortless. My buddy did mention he was using these to cut through jeans and winter coats, and it was like a hot knife through butter. What I'm interested in is to see if this cutter would actually cut through something as thick as a web belt. So let's fold it up for better grip and see how that goes. Okay, let's hold it here and see how she cuts through this nicely. It does not get through the belt that easily. Let me try it from this direction. No, doesn't get to this. This may be thicker than a seat belt. But, oh, there it goes. Sorry for the earthquake there. It does cut through nicely. Let me do it again without smacking the tripod. I mean, again, a seatbelt would be a little more thinner, a little more taut on the body. Let's see if we can get that through again. It's very difficult. There we go. Yeah, it does rip right through it. Seatbelt might be easier. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's do a test on the shears on a shirt. This is an old Carhartt shirt that I have. It is a pretty thick t-shirt. We can test the shears on this. Oh wow, very easy to go right through this thing. Yeah, very smooth, very easy. Again, it'd be easy to cut off the body because the shirt is spread out and a little more taut. Let's see how our cutter works on a shirt. If you want to zip down the shirt on somebody, patient. Yeah, now it goes right through it. Very cool. Let's do a cut test with a piece of parachute cord. Right through it. Very cool. Another thing that my buddy did mention about this tool, if you're wearing it close to your body and it's getting a little humid, or you're in wet or snow conditions, I would wipe this off as soon as you can with a silicone cloth and oil it up, because he did mention it does rust extremely easy. One more quick test we can do here. The ring cutter. I do not have a ring. I don't own any rings. The only ring I have is my old wedding band, but that I keep for sentimental reasons. Don't ask why. Don't give me any stupid comments on it. What I do have somewhere under all this mess don't know where it went. Up here it is a key ring for your car keys, house keys. This is very thick. It's very strong. Let's see how that gets through it. Yeah, I cut through it extremely easily. Again, this may be not as strong, or it may be as strong as a ring on your finger. It's not as thick, obviously, but it does cut through it with ease. So there we have it, gang. The Leatherman Raptor trauma shears. I'm not sure where I'm going to put these right now. Based on the fact that it does double as a rescue tool, I may leave this in the FJ's get home bag, the FJ's medical bag, or in the glove compartment. I do have some lower end trauma shears in my basic first aid kits, but these are pretty high end, and they double as a rescue tool. So there we go, guys. The Leatherman Raptor trauma shears. Go check them out. Thanks for watching. Bison out.